So I'm just going to walk down to have a look at the old West Ham ground, the Boleyn ground, which apparently the demolition has already started. Feels like quite a sad and poignant moment, even though I'm not a Hammers supporter. I've watched a few games there over the years. Just walking across Wanstead Flats now. It's not very far to walk, it's about 3.5 miles, maybe 4. Wanstead Flats is beautiful in all seasons. Here we have it approaching midwinter. So you are now entering Forest Gate. I'm waiting for some of the gentrifiers to deface that and change it to Forest Grate. Forest Gate is the first place I lived in London and moved up here when I was 18, 1989. And I loved it. I lived in Forest Gate for 2 years and loved every minute of it. So they're doing the Barking to Gospel Oak line at the moment, and sort of I think they're lengthening the platforms because so many people are using it now. I'm guessing that's in honour of Bobby Moore, captain of both West Ham and England, World Cup winner, the great Bobby Moore. It might not be, it might be some dodgy councillor called Moore, but that would be. These are great, these carvings here in what's now a pharmacy. It was once a pub. I'm going to try and remember, I think it was called the Adam and Eve pub, but I'll put the correct name on the screen if that's incorrect. It's one of the old forest pubs. That looks like it could be Henry VIII, doesn't it? I guess that's Queen Elizabeth I. Apologies to my Forest Gate friends wondering why I haven't dropped in for a cup of tea as I'm passing through, but if I did that I'd never get to West Ham, would I? A couple of years ago Vice magazine declared that Forest Gate was the new Peckham. Yep, that's the world we're living in, guys. It is funny how coffee shops have become synonymous with gentrification though, isn't it? Coffee shops, craft beer, artisan bread. There you go, there's a date for us, 1897, so late Victoria. One of these buildings here was the Uppercut Club, where Jimi Hendrix played in the late 60s. A number of other famous bands passed through here as well. Romford Road, an old Roman road. That's a great shop front. Wenty's Tropical Foods. And this is a heartbreaking sight. Boarded up, derelict, old Spotted Dog pub. This is one of the most historic pubs in London. It's where the Stock Exchange was moved to during the Plague years, or was it the Great Fire, or perhaps both. And it's older even than that. So you're looking at a pub which is at least 400, 500 years old, if not more. I had many a great night in there when I lived just around the corner in Lancaster Road. 1990, 1991. Fantastic, fantastic pub. There's hope that it's somehow restored to being a pub again and that it's not been damaged by the builders. There is a campaign to save the Spotted Dog pub. I'll put a link down below. That was one of my favourite pubs in the entire world, that was. And just behind the pub is the ground of Clapton FC. Probably now more famous for their supporters, the Clapton Ultras. This is turning into a real nostalgia trip for me. I lived in that street there, Lancaster Road, 1990, 1991. What's that, 26 years ago? Bloody hell. And over here, West Ham Park over the road, where we used to play football and muck around. Of course, the Spotted Dog down there. where I've just been. Lots of memories, happy memories, very happy memories. I loved living here. That's the house I lived in, the only one that's not painted white. And I had the room there at the top, that massive bay window, and my bed was right in that bay window. And I used to open those sash windows there and rest my head on the windowsill in the sun. Oh, that was an amazing house, that was. We had so much fun living there. So much fun. When I was stood there outside the house, filming and talking, I saw someone come out, so I went over to talk to them, and it turned out not only did they live in the house now, but they were staying in the room. They'd been living in the room that I lived in, so we talked about it. It was great. West Ham Park deserves its entire own video, really. I'm not going to spoil it by showing you just a fraction of it, but I will come back to making a complete video here. Boleyn Road. So we're on the way to the ground now. Obviously named after Anne Boleyn, and I think the association with Anne Boleyn is that she had a house, I think, on the other side, on the what's now Barking Road. I believe that's correct. If it's incorrect, I'll put a slate on the screen with the right information. Green Street must be one of the most famous streets in London. Famous for its sari shops and for its West Ham fans, and that silly film that Bilbo Baggins was in. I can't remember what it was called. It was called Green Street. What's his name? It's just the guy who played Bilbo Baggins in Lord of the Rings, isn't he? But Green Street on match days was a sight to see. Something they're never going to replicate over in the Olympic Park. It's one of London's great food streets as well, Green Street. Station Parade, Upton Park. Queen's Market, one of London's great historic covered markets. It was under threat from redevelopment, but I think it's been saved now. I'm not 100% sure. There was a Save Queen's Market campaign. They've got everything you could possibly ever want in here.
Very lovely, jubbly mango. Come on, lady, come on, mommy. Come on, sister, come on, brother, come on, Carl. Very nice, very good. Hey, yes, sir. Thank you.
A new star. I think I'll have to have 2 of your mangoes now, won't I?
Yeah. Pomegranate.
Pomegranate. And what is it, 4 for £1?
Yeah.
I'll have 4 of those as well then, please, mate.
Pomegranate. Very nice, very nice. Come on, mommy, come on, sister, come on, daddy, come on, uncle. Come on, brother, come on, sell. Hey, want my picture? Look, my friend, take it.
Is he the star?
Hey. Yes, sir.
So you've got to come down to Queen's Market and buy your mangoes and pomegranates from this gentleman here.
Hey, yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, love.
See you later, mate. Take care. So there it is, the old iconic home of West Ham United Football Club. Curiously, actually in East Ham, not in West Ham. We are in East Ham now. And at least I suppose if you were looking for some justification for them moving to the Olympic Stadium, you could say they are now in the old borough of West Ham. But they'll never recreate the atmosphere they had here, or the culture that spawned in the streets around it. It doesn't work for me at all when being in the Olympic Park. So the demolition has begun. They're going to build housing here. I think it was a bit of an outcry at the beginning because I don't think the original plans included any social or affordable housing whatsoever. And there is a valiant campaign to have 100% social housing on the site. Let's hope that the Newham Council pressure the developers to at least including a decent amount of social housing. So there it is, West Ham. The old Boleyn ground is being knocked down and replaced with luxury flats. Don't think I need to add anything to that, do I really? It speaks for itself. Could just make out the lettering on the Sir Trevor Brooking stand. Now I'm wondering if this building here, the Boleyn Cinema, is the old Granada, which the Granada on Barking Road played host to the Beatles in, I think it was 1963. I think they just found out they got their first #1 when they were backstage at the Granada. I think this might be it. It's in my book, This Other London. The famous Doctor Who shop on Barking Road. And the statue celebrating West Ham's World Cup winners, the heroes of '66. And this walk has to end in one of London's finest bookshops, Newham Book Shop. A great bookshop, fantastic selection of London books. I'm going to go inside there now. Rachel Lichtenstein there, The Estuary, that's a great book, highly recommend that. Basically, I recommend all of these books. Oh, hi CJ. Hi CJ, can you say...
Hi, how are you guys?
Well, very well. Can you tell us a little bit about the Newham Book Shop?
Newham Book Shop is an amazing place to discover new amazing treasures. Always something hidden away in another cranny or nook here, so yep, come along and see what you can find.
Great. What's your favourite book of the moment?
Derek Landy's Demon Road collection.
He does kids.
I do more YA, read more YA than
Ah, great. And what's selling well at the moment?
at the moment, Dork Diaries always does great, and Diary of Adult.
Sadie Smith.
Zadie Smith, definitely. So a lot of hers as
Sarah
well.
Perry Essex is my absolute favourite one.
What Viv says is great.
Excellent, excellent. Look,
Yeah.
a new book from the great Ian Sinclair.
Yeah.
And I like the look of this.
Oh, they're so good.
Journey along the Hackney Canal. Bernard Copp's East End, that's a classic. My book's in here somewhere. Look at this, Goodbye to the Boleyn. And 191, page 191, is all about the Newham Book Shop.
It's great.
Obviously a fantastic collection of sports books, as you would expect. Great bookshop, Newham Bookshop. Picked up this history of the Anglo-Saxons, something I'm interested in.